Yeah, let's get some analysis now with Yossi Mekelberg, who is an associate fellow on the MENA Programme at Chatham House. Yossi, thanks so much for joining us on the programme. I'd love to just first of all get your initial reaction to these strikes.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. I think we are in an important junction in this war. It can either go into further escalation, but it's also there is a great opportunity to move from the military sphere to the diplomatic political one. I think we can, to an extent, be encouraged, but what we hear from Tehran, that they dismiss the magnitude of the attack, which means they are not interested in an escalation. There will be pressure in Iran as well for an escalation. From an Israel point of view, it looks like as this is the retaliation to what happened on the 1st of October, and it's happy to end there unless they become too complacent and think that they managed to do it yesterday, they can hit Iran even further.
Well, Yossi, today's attack was more limited in scope than many had feared. We had many reports in the lead up to the attacks that Washington was having many conversations with Israel about the kind of counter strike that they would carry out. You know, the Biden administration was urging Israel to avoid nuclear and oil facilities. It appears to have done that. Give us your thoughts on the amount of influence Washington had here.
I think we can see that there is influence, but also Israeli calculation itself. The minute that Israel attacks directly nuclear facilities or oil and gas installation, or attacking the Iranian leadership and try to eliminate some of the Iranian leadership, it's bound to end in a full-scale war. By attacking military bases in response to what Iran did a few weeks ago, it enables Israel, because it attacked also air defense system, to send the message to Iran, now we degraded your air defense system. If this escalates, we can continue. We degrade also your ability to manufacture missiles. So it puts Israel in the driving seat, but at the same time, without upset Iran to a degree or push it to a corner, but also 10 days before an American election to push prices of oil and gas probably to skyrocket levels, it won't be a very smart move.
Yeah, it sounds like all parties are being quite cautious here. People in Israel have been hailing the attack, but the Israeli opposition leader, Yair Lapid, said that Israel should have done more and that they should have conducted strikes on a wider range of targets in Iran. How likely do you think people, perhaps in Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's camp, are to share this opinion, especially with the hardliners?
I think I must admit I was a bit surprised to hear it from the head of the opposition. He's supposed to represent something more moderate. And while the right wing within the government definitely will push to a much harder response in Iran and maybe if continuing this attack, always we need to ask ourselves when there are military operations, to what political ends. If there is no political end to that, then it's pointless to do it. We just drag the region to more and more violence, and the conversation in the region is violent to begin with. Israel eliminated most of the leadership of Hamas, wiped out the leadership of Hezbollah, shows its capability in Iran. Now it needs to ask ourselves how it can end this war, that it won't become a never-ending war, and ensuring that the reconstruction of Gaza, ensuring security there, implementing Resolution 1701, maybe 1559 in Lebanon, and de-escalate with Iran. Otherwise, we enter probably 2 months, maybe years of war, and this won't serve Israel interest as well.
Yossi Mekelberg, Associate Fellow at the MENA Programme at Chatham House. Thank you so much for joining us on the programme and giving us your thoughts there. We really appreciate it.